And you mentioned you had a taste of it and you stopped it. And when you said in the beginning, you're living so much more in the present, and that's also something you practice. I was like, should we even talk about your past? Because maybe we don't want to go there. But just briefly, maybe the journey of being in the corporate world and leaving it. Did you ever, or do you sometimes think, oh, I could also go back? Or did you leave and you knew there's no way I will ever go back? And what happened exactly so that you felt, okay, got the taste, it's good, let me move on?
I loved the project challenge. So every time we create a company, we create a new brand, the branding process, trying to send the brand out there and have the brand awareness, like I really enjoy that. The problem is like at some point you start to have some sales and then you start being dragged into the after sales and the supply chain and the logistic and not the most exciting things.
You clearly are a pioneer. Yeah. You're the one to bring it out, to build it.
But honestly, that's why when I create my kids fashion brand, I really thought I was designing every day, create new collections and new range and try to have this in different color. And this is how I was seeing myself. But I was actually paying the invoices, doing the visas, on the phone with the suppliers, on the phone with the distribution chain, with our clients. So it was not as sexy and creative that I was expected. I guess this is what burned me out, for the past 4 years. So to compensate that, I had a very active and hectic nightlife. I was going out with friends and party and drinking sometimes. I was smoking a lot. So I put my health on the side. My body rang the bell. So I had a heart attack at 31 years old. So that's how everything started. It was a pre-heart attack. So I stayed in ICU for 4 days. Major arrhythmia. Doctor were waiting for my heart either to stop, either to explode, either to whatever. But these 4 days was the switch actually. See, this was like, okay, I'm successful, I'm making money, I'm a great brand, but now I'm spending more hours in a day solving problems and hating myself for that. And I don't do any sport. I'm disconnected. So I'm not married. I don't have kids. All of this. Like, this is the success I was expecting. I didn't expect it. So it was my first time in the hospital. Really, I'd never been. Wow. I was super healthy, running, and then the health dropped, and then boom, immediately. I haven't even went for flu or something. This was my really first time at the hospital in Dubai. So I was like, whoa. And that was a switch. So do I regret it? No. It was a blessing, really. Now I guess my heart is absolutely fine, maybe even stronger, definitely actually stronger than what it used to be. It gave a purpose to my life. I didn't have purpose before. I had money, I had ambition, I had projects, I had performance mindset. I didn't have purpose. See? That's the difference. It's like, you see, I always value, well, this will be a little bit unconventional, but I have a lot of respect for the baker, the plumber, the job that actually, in French we say un métier, when you actually know how to do something. When you work in companies, sometimes you're very exchangeable and expandable. Yeah. So a marketing director can be placed in any different company. If today he sells chocolate for a major group, tomorrow he can sell cartoons for another group and entertainment, and then he can... so the know-how that they have is fit in a box. But the farmers, all the old school people who actually create things, they have a work, they have skills. And this is what was missing. I was very good in marketing. I was really good at managing people, creating brand. I didn't do much, Now I'm teaching yoga. I'm good at teaching yoga. So I have now a work, I don't think there is a translation in English. But in French, so I know you're familiar with French. So we say un job, un métier.
Un métier, un métier, le métier.
Métier, it's what you know, what is it's frustrating. I don't find any word to actually explain this. It's your skill set.
It's a skill, yeah.
It's your purpose, basically. Métier In French, it can also somehow be translated by your purpose.
Yeah.
See, the baker, he bake bread every day. So he woke up every morning. He's doing something with his hand. He's creating something. I mean, at the end of the day, all the bread into the bakery, it's come from his hand. So, when you do marketing, when you do finance, when you do... It's like really...
It's all in the computer.
It's all in computer. It's all in the air, in bank account. It's all in like marketing campaigns so people can see. So it's so I really have high respect of some of the jobs and work that are not really well promoted and actually fundamentals. Like I think it's important to know how to fix the leak inside your house and to build this so to have like carpentry skills. I don't want to lose that. I don't want my children to lose that, and really encourage people to understand that computer is one thing, but what I'm not one of these guys, but what if tomorrow there is a switch off of all computers, which kind of happened sometime. Like even I remember last year, all the plane has to stay in ground because they were not sure.
Yeah, there was a system. Yeah.
I mean, there is hacker, there is like different type of warfare, So what if something just collapse? Or if we abusing Earth to the point that all the server will switch off because no more electricity, or if there is a nation who wants to dominate I mean, this can happen basically. So what we're going to do if we don't have iPhone, no network, no computer? You have to be able to return to basics, create stuff, find food, know how to heal yourself. So doctors, chef, bakers, plumbers, I have a lot of things, like electrician. It's very important because how do you do electricity if you don't know how, what's plus, what minus, what's the red wire goes to the blue wire, whatever, It's important to know that. And I have very high respect for normal people that are not famous, that doesn't make billions, doesn't, inspire everyone, but they're here every day to fix whatever doesn't work in the society. This thing is very useful. They will always be useful. Like even lawyers, for example. If there is no more like society, do you think we need people in finance and banker and lawyer and insurance? And I think we'll need more the people who can cook, people who can bake, people who can build houses and protect, create weapons to protect, create walls to secure it. And we don't respect those jobs at all. So there's also the switch that I went through. I was into the higher sphere of selling and developing the vision, but now I'm more like closer to the ground, for the reality of like how to help people, because now those people, they come to me sometime. Tell me, okay, my life doesn't make sense. I have no purpose. My health is very bad. I don't know why I'm going. Because you forget the essential and the fundamentals, which is connecting with the ground, connecting with yourself, finding a partner, some things that make you happy in life. Work. If you look back, then you'll not get this time back. You have to do something that make you happy, that make you grow, that develop you, that make you learn. Every day you have to learn something, even small thing, even one word in new language. I don't know. Some stuff. I mean, it can also be in your interest. I mean, you can learn how to code, how to improve your prompt for AI, but you have to learn something. It's very, very unstimulating for the brain development if you just focus on figures, work. It's beyond what we call the work-life balance.
Yeah.
This is a creation to justify that we have to work so much. I don't believe in that. I think work, and you see in country like UAE, for example, they start, I believe in Sharjah, reducing the scope. Instead of 5 days, they make it 4 days now. So they're giving like half Friday or full Friday. This is good. It's reminding humanity that we're not just here to produce and consume. We're here to create, to love, to connect. I don't forget that, really.
I love that.
Otherwise, life will be sad. Life is very short. Huh?
It is.
Turning 40, it's getting shorter.